in Hong Kong. That's really something for this week. Escalation of violence, basically, and also you see a man who dared to disagree with the protesters was set on fire, and he remains critical situation in the hospital, and a cleaner at the age of 70 and was hit with a brick by the rioters, and he died. So this has been a week with dramatic development. I would say almost a tipping point somewhere.
Well, I think we have reached the tipping point. I think that the silent majority in Hong Kong are rising up now. They're going out to the streets, clean up these bricks. The people occupying these university campuses are also starting to disperse. They're leaving the campuses. So I think we're gradually reaching the tipping point that the silent majority is coming up and to voice their position to this. I think this is totally out of control. They have gone really very far. They are not just violent protesters anymore. I keep saying this. I said this last time. They're terrorists. I mean, they're really, really terrorists. They're doing things that in other countries, in these Western countries, they will be shot on the spot. I mean, these people are throwing
petrol bombs,
and
stabbing police officers.
Chinese University of Hong Kong is becoming a center of terrorist generation there. I mean, they are making these bombs on these campuses. This is really, it's a weapon factory. Exactly, it's a weapon factory. This is really, really serious. I mean, they have to be cracked down.
But John, as serious as this is, all right, the thing that really horrifies me is how many press groups are out there trying to say that these are freedom-loving people who are just simply peaceful, that they're doing this in a desire for the rule of law, for the Constitution. How is that possible?
Right.
All right. I mean, it's unbelievable. Even within the other media, YouTube, they're taking down the YouTube videos showing the violence being done by the protesters. They're taking them out, but they're leaving in, all right, anything that they presume shows that the Hong Kong police. Now, the truth is, the Hong Kong police have been the most restrained police force.
I would say wimpy. I wrote it. I said,
well, you can say wimpy. I'd say incredible professionalism to be in that situation where people are beating you with sticks, they're armed, they're masked, and they're being violent. They're throwing things. They're not trying to help you by throwing a brick at you. When they throw petrol bombs, this is a dangerous thing. If this was happening in the U.S. or in Europe, absolutely there would be deaths out there. They've been so restrained.
You're absolutely right. Remember, there's a case, there's an incident when the guy was trying to snatch the shotgun from the police, and he shot at this guy, and he was basically criticized by everybody, and in the press.
But how is that possible? I mean, this is.
And Guardian put a photograph of one snapshot of this video, showing clearly that there's no indication of violence from this guy. So they did this deliberately. I mean, it's very. If you look at the whole video,
but why is the
very
press
clear.
Buying?
This guy
why is the press buying into it?
I
I mean, this is what is really troublesome to me. I mean, in the West, we believe that there should be an impartial press, that you report on the news.
Maybe
you don't
be like this.
Well, there are real questions about this. I mean, there's a lot of entities that are taking very, very, very pro-protester things, and everything the protesters did is somehow justified. You hear that from people in Hong Kong. Well, they're just protesting for good reasons. There's no good reason to be killing a 70-year-old cleaner.
Partly this is the consequence of people somehow accepting or having this sympathy with the young protesters, saying, oh, they are young, or they are fighting for democracy, fighting for freedom. And also there's this efforts almost visible in the press somehow to glorify this kind of behavior.
But this
they are heroes.
Insane. The economy is down. I think the reports are going to come out.
3.7%.
They're in official
recession now.
Recession. But it used in 2018, 16.8 million people came to Hong Kong. This year, it's going to be down by 40%.
And also, speak of the violence, it spreads to other parts of the world. Even in London, the Justice Secretary, Theresa Teng, the lady was attacked by a mob.
Right.
And she fell to the ground and she got injured.
Right.
She has to be taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable, simply unbelievable.
Well, but it's not only that, but I mean, the things that were being said, I mean, they're calling her unbelievable names. I mean, just, you know, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, Hong Kong used to be a place where no one talked about politics. Now it seems everything is political. And unfortunately, it's just the hatred and anger that is outpouring against the mainland, which is ironic given that the problems Hong Kong has have been developed within Hong Kong. And I still say that 100 top families are still, they're taking the cream off the top,
Right.
and there's nothing left below.
Yeah, I think the problem in Hong Kong is much deeper than we probably expect. I mean, after we quell this thing, and after the violence is gone, I mean, we really need to come up with some long-term solution to address these issues.
I think the Hong Kong government is exactly doing that. Put up the plan. What we need to do. But of course, it's a daunting task to solve the problem. For example, property issues, housing issues for the young people.
There's no solution as long as people are in the streets terrorizing other people. It's just, you can't.
That's right. I think first of all, at least we should stop this nonsense and this violence, and then we come down and talk about what about the solution.
How do you stop it? It seems to be spiraling downward. It does not seem to be stopping.
Yeah, these people, I think, are bent on keep doing this in effort essentially to draw the PLA soldiers stationed there out. I think it's their plan. They're trying to.
No, they want to create martyrs that can further
exactly.
the cause.
And this is something we should never do, in my opinion. Be very careful.
Yes, I mean, of course. I mean, this is really up to Hong Kong government. Hong Kong government, has said that they have the ability and they have strengthened the police force, trying to bring back calm and peace back to Hong Kong. And also, of course, as you said, this might be the tipping point. And there might be the division even among the rioters. Some people say, wow, probably we are doing too much. We are killing people here, and we are throwing petrol bombs basically against someone who disagree with us even. And let's leave it there.